Hello students, welcome to the political science tutorials. In our last lecture on the public administration, we have studied about the topics like meaning, nature and scope of public administration. In this lecture, I am going to teach you the topic the similarities and differences between public administration and private administration. As we know that administration is nothing but providing services to the people, and administration is present in both the public sector and the private sector. Public sector means it is basically the government sector, which includes various government organization, or it is also called as various government offices. Whereas private administration is basically the individual or group of individual owning the firm or any industries. As far as these two things are concerned, administration is important and is present in both. But as far as the functioning of administration is concerned, you will find certain differences and similarities associated to the public administration and private administration. So let's understand what are the differences and similarities between public administration and private administration. First, I am taking the differences between public administration and the private administration. The first difference is that public administration is basically the broad field of administration. It is broad field of administration because it is made up of different organization. So administration, in order to carry out its activity, different organization are being formed. So through these different organization, various services in the field like health, education, transport, panchayat, rural development services are being provided to the people. So organization here which I am referring is nothing but the government offices which are formed by the government under the administration in order to carry out the activities of the administration. So broad field of administration, the public administration is because it is including different organization. Okay, so you will find the health organization, you will find the education department, you will find the panchayat department. So it is including such type of many organization which are formed by the government in order to carry out the activities of the administration, that is in order to provide the services to the people. So that's why it is a broad field of administration. Whereas private administration, it is limited field of administration. It is limited field of administration because the administration in private sector, it is limited only to that one industry, or it is limited to that one firm. Okay, so private office, so there are been different private offices. So the administration, it is related to that particular one office. Okay, so the administrative activities which are followed in one private office may not be followed similarly in another private office. So it is limited. So it is restricted to one office in the private sector. So that's why it is limited field of administration. The second difference of the public and private administration is that public administration, here the official actions are based on public trust carrying legal accountability. So here the officials, okay, meaning the staff who are appointed to work in the government offices, their actions are basically related or based on the public trust, meaning they have to provide services to the people, and their actions is basically having the legal accountability, meaning whatever actions are taken by the officers in public administration are by legal. Okay, it is of legal nature. Whereas private administration, it is not necessarily based on public trust. Okay, so they are not that responsible to the public trust, and their actions may not be of legal accountability. The third difference between these two, public administration and private administration, is that in public administration, the relative routine decision making process. Okay, so the decision making process in public administration is relatively routine. So here the decisions are basically taken as per the manual of office procedure. Manual of office procedure is nothing but it is a manual, it is a document in which in detail and in a very systematic manner it is given how the offices should function. So as per that procedure, the decision making process is continued or it is taken in the public administration. Whereas in private administration, unlimited in decision making process. So private administration is not following any manual of office procedure, so they take the decision as per the time and the situation, okay, as per the need and the requirement. So here there is no limitation, they can take the decision as per their requirement. But in public administration, the decision needed to be taken as per the manual of office procedure. So it is having a routine decision making process. Next difference is public administration is subjected to public criticism. So public administration is basically responsible to provide various services to the people. Okay, various services like in the field of health, in the field of education, in the field of transport, and many such type of services. If the public administration is failing to provide the good quality services to the people or timely services to the people, then people can criticize the public administration, because finally public administration is formed in order to provide services to the people, and if it is failing, then it is subjected to the criticism by the public. Whereas private administration is not normally subjected to public criticism. So private administration is not responsible to provide the services as like the public administration, and therefore it is not subjected to public criticism. It doesn't mean that the public cannot criticize the private sector. If any service which is taken from one particular private company and that service is a failure service, then that particular consumer can criticize that particular private office. Okay, so so here the criticism will be only to that particular office from whom the services has been taken, if it is failed to provide the good quality service to the person who is a consumer to that to that private office. Next is public administration basically maintains the internal status quo. Status quo meaning basically not changing as per the changing time and circumstances. So it is following the old practices. So public administration is maintaining the internal status quo. So it is functioning as per the manual of office procedure, and it is not dynamic in nature. So it is maintaining a status quo. Whereas private administration is a dynamic entrepreneurship, so it is changing as per the market. Okay, so therefore it is a dynamic entrepreneurship. Next is in public administration, government corporations restricted by requirement to fiscal accountability foreign to corporate device. Okay, so if any government corporation wants to have a deal with the corporate device, then they are subject to certain restriction. whereas no such restrictions as far as private administration is concerned. So they can have a coordination or with other private sector. Let's see the similarities between the public administration and private administration. So though they are differing from each other, but on some occasion both are similar to each other. And the similarities between the public and the private administration is that both public and business administration, okay, that is the private administration, rely on common skills, common techniques and procedure. Okay, so the staff which is appointed in the public sector and the private sector, they require certain office skills. They should know about the typing of various letters which is required in the office. They should know the techniques of using the computers or other related resources which are available in the office, and they should also follow certain office procedure. Okay, so a procedure like in public sector, the decisions are taken or are final only when that letter receives the final signature from the head of the office. Similarly, in the private sector as well, any decision taken in the private sector, that decision becomes final only when it receives the final signature from the boss of that private organization. So it is both public as well as private administration, they basically based upon certain common skills, common techniques and common procedures. Next is in personal management, the private organization have been influenced greatly by the practices of public organization. So personal management basically means the staff who are appointed in the office to be managed. So in both the sector, in the private sector as well as public sector, the staff who are appointed are as per the requirement of that office, and they are appointed on the basis of their merit by taking the interview. So this procedure is similar in both the private sector as well as public sector. Next similarity is that there is a similar type of hierarchy and management system both in public and private sector. Both have same kind of organization structure, that is superior and subordinate relationship. So both in public sector as well as private sector, you will find the hierarchy in terms of top management, middle management and the bottom management. So here you will find the relationship is developed as superior and the subordinate relationship. Superior meaning the head of the offices, okay, that is the top management, top officers of the office, and subordinate staff are the other staff who are appointed to assist the superior staff of the office. So in both the sector you will find the hierarchy. Next similarity is both public and private organization have legal constraint. So they have to take the decision as per the legal accountability. So though private sector is not coming directly under the control of government, but they are monitored by the government and they have to follow certain legal procedures which are there. Okay, so they cannot start any private industry, they have to take the permission from the government. So such type of legal constraint is applicable to both public and the private organization. Next similarity, both public and private administration carries on continuous efforts to improve their internal working and also for efficient delivery of services to people or customers. So though private sector is not subject to public criticism, but in spite of that, it has to work in order to provide good services to the people as like the private sector. So both have to work efficiently in order to deliver services to the people or the customers. So this is with regard to the differences and similarities between the public and the private administration. So in our next lecture, I am going to deal with the topic approaches to the public administration. Thank you.